Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about our ability to change the paradigm that we're experiencing to become that more consistent golfer that we really want to be. So as golfers, we all seem to have this mindset that if I take lessons and I practice, I buy some new clubs, watch some YouTube videos, I start to apply desire, intent, to be that better golfer. I'm trying hard. I try harder. If I do these things, I should see that I'm a better player. Just the other day, I had a conversation with someone. He said, I know I'm hitting the golf ball better. I've been taking these lessons, but I don't see the results. This doesn't make any sense to me. Why don't I see better results when I'm playing? Because I know I'm hitting the golf ball better. Almost all golfers go through this, and I'm sure you're one of the golfers who goes through this also. So basically, to kind of find out what is it that we're doing, that we're sensing, believing, that's really preventing us from creating really what we want. Now we know that in our way of thinking, if we practice and do things systematically and segmentally and in a linear way, we should get to where we want to be, but we don't always see this. We don't always see, hey, I'm the consistent golfer that I want to be. But overall now, what would that golfer, that consistent golfer, what would that person look like? What would they feel like? You know what the inconsistent golfer feels like, because we all have that association. We're not very happy about it. We feel depressed at times. We're just lethargic to go play. But if I was the consistent golfer, what would I be feeling? How would I exude my whole beingness with that? Well, if I was more consistent, I'd be more happy, I'd be more joyful, I'd be more anxious to go play, I'd have a great time, I'd look forward to go practicing, I'd look forward to my weekend with my group or my afternoon group with my league or whatever it is. If I was a more consistent golfer, I would be having more fun. So we have to start to find out how can we start to embody that feeling? Because we have to remember, the reality that we see, no matter what's happening in our life, is a direct reflection of our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. Your reality you see in front of you is a reflection. It's like a mirror. So if we're basically seeing inconsistent shots, poor beliefs, we have poor feelings, these things, our conscious mindset is what's setting that up. So what would the conscious mindset be if I was consistent? Well, basically, let's say we're going to take on the idea of a parallel version of you. So we have version A of you, which is the inconsistent golfer. Now we have the parallel version of you, which is the consistent golfer. All right, well, I'm over here in this person. That person would feel amazing. Hey, it's fun to hit these shots. I'm hitting more fairways, striking the ball better, a little bit straighter, maybe a little bit longer. These would be awfully good feelings that you would have. And you'd have these feelings on the golf course. You'd have them on the practice range. You'd have them just driving in your car, going to the golf course, thinking like, man, I'm on a roll. This is just so much fun. I can't wait there to get to do this. So you really have to set yourself in the feeling, start to understand, well, just experience what would that feel like. Because remember, your beliefs, your feelings, and your beliefs, this is what's helping to mold the reality that you see in front of you. So if I was that parallel person, how would I be feeling? I'd be feeling amazing, anxious, blissful, happy, all these things. And if I had a bad shot, it really wouldn't faze me. Think, oh, I've had a bad shot. That's okay. I'm playing more consistent golf. That's not going to faze me. So remember now, as you're in this state of being this more consistent golfer, basically you are the infinite creator. These capabilities sit within you. This is the possibility, the potential that who you are. It's just that we're so used to sitting in the reality of I'm not the consistent golfer. But let's say I was the consistent golfer. I start to feel, exude, and be more of that because that's what I deserve. I am the creator. So now we know that we have to have basics and we have to practice and we're all part of this and we have to work towards our game. That's true. And we're used to doing that. We've all done it, watching YouTube videos, taking lessons, buying clubs. But we must be aligned with the idea of, we have to understand that when we're aligned with feeling good, feeling amazing, the reality in front of us is going to start to reflect that. If we're aligned with poor outcomes, bad feeling shots, it's just depressing being out there. I've hit a bad shot. You start to get aligned with that, you're just going to see that perpetual loop come back to you more and more. So if you're out of alignment, remember, if you're out of alignment, you're really out of alignment with your I am presence. If I'm feeling bad, I'm out of alignment with my I am presence. If I'm feeling good, happy, joyful, excited, well, now I'm back in alignment with that I am presence, really the higher aspect of who you are, which is, again, that infinite creator. So we have to get consistent at finding the feeling of being that amazing creator. So in golf, I have something written here. It says golfers have this huge tendency to compare things. So my phrase here would be, as a golfer, you need to stop comparing what you want with where you're at in your golf game. Remember, where you're at in your golf game is basically a reflection of your energy, your emotions, and beliefs. So you have to stop comparing what you want. I want the more consistent golf with where you currently are, because where you currently are is basically the reflection of those thoughts and beliefs. So for you to find that true place of where you want to be, you have to start to exude and find that emotion and belief. We have to stop comparing what we want with where we are, because that's very destructive. So the homework now for this week would be, what would I feel like as that consistent, amazing golfer that I want to be? And I want you to do this for 2 days. We have to take on the exuding, the feeling of, I am an amazing golfer, I'm a blissful golfer, and we have to find out what is this bliss and belief and excitement and just anxiousness and just happiness in playing. So for 2 days, here's what I need you to do. I need you to really step up, and one of the days you'd be playing golf or on the range also. And for 2 days, you're going to try to find your bliss, find happiness from the moment you wake up to the moment you go home and you're in bed. So for 2 days, we're going to work at this. What's it feel like to be that consistent golfer? So although we can't compromise our work and our obligations to our family, when you have free time, zero yourself in, get your self back focused, and say, hey, oh, that's right. I'm supposed to be finding joy, bliss, happiness, and no matter what you're doing. And when you get to the golf course, either practice or play, you're doing the same thing. When you apply this for 2 days in a row, it takes some work, it's not that hard. When you start to do this, you're going to see your reality change. Remember, the reality you see in front of you is a reflection of these thoughts, emotions, and belief that you have. So if you can start to do this in your everyday life and do it around golf, this will start to empower you. You'll start to understand and really start to resonate. So take on that feeling of, I am the consistent golfer. What are those feelings? And work around the rest of your 2 days, that blissful feeling, anxious anticipation, fun. You're an amazing individual. Because that parallel person, that consistent golfer, that's where we want to be. We have to figure out what that would even feel like to ever get there.